Pop Sigung. Welcome to my channel where I teach my personal martial art of Bagua Kuntao Silat. Today, we're doing applications, next level basic applications out of section 1 of my 64 palms form. And with me today, I have Jacob. The opening of the form where you see this sink, rise, sink, and since we're always moving, we're going to practice with a step. That's not shown in the form, but during class, your teacher will show you. So it's this, or on the other side, this. So you look the same movements, except you're performing it with a step, much like a crane step where you go up, sink into one step, and you end up in that high horse stance of sinking, so sinking, step. How this would be done in a self-defense application. Now, since this is next level basic, I'm not going to be overwhelming him with force or entry, but what I am going to be using is positioning, structure, and movement to how this works. So while he's actually a bit faster than me, I'm going to show you with proper timing, positioning, and internal movement how you can use self-defense in Bagua Kuntao Silat. Yeah. So from here, and if I want to, this emphasizes with timing, structure, and positioning and proper internal movement, how this would work. And I'll show you slowed down. He punches, and then we turn just like that. If I want, I'll do this, roll him over, pull him like this. Over 90% of the time, they're going to head hunt, and they're going to throw that looping rear punch while they step forward, or even if not, same side, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter here, much like in the wedge video. I'm just going to pick a shoulder and go with it, and I'm going to strike and step through his head neck area, and I'm going to use lifting palm and my forearm and structure and positioning and my internal movement to make that strike. So if he comes with that right arm, slow, I'm bringing it out, I'm holding it, keeping it from moving while I hit here and coming up and then step through. The edge of my hand hits him in his larynx. If I like him, I'm just going to slide his neck. I got control of his head and I'm throwing it over. This happens as I'm stepping up and moving into sunk and coming here, then step down like this. And as we turn to sink, pressing palm, we sink. And it doesn't matter which one he does. If he wants to throw, instead of that normal swing punch, you'll see everybody half swing, half straight. If he's trained and throw a straight punch, that's fine. Because remember, we're bringing it up like this. If we're bringing it up on this side, on the left side, I'll show you the same way. He comes up, like almost got me, but it didn't. All I have to do is move his fist over about 6 inches, and he's not going to hit me. He has to traverse this whole thing. And I know what he's doing. I can see it. I see his shoulder roll. I see the fist flash. I just go forward into our twin lifting palms and go in rather than step back. If I step back, he's just going to throw another punch, and I have to deal with it all over again. So this way I intercept his movement with structure and positioning and go forward. Internal movement. He comes forward with that straight punch. Boom. I hit him here. I decided not to go for his larynx. Instead, I went for his upper mandible, which hurts like crazy. And boom. It also throws his head back, and I hit his nose. And he can't resist. I'm controlling his center by controlling his head, which is 22-ish pounds over his rear leg. And you can see here, I'm doing pressing. Now I turn into pressing palm, where, yeah, and I can do this. Or if I do it my preferred way, I can do that, and you can hear him grunt. And the problem is, he's so bound up, all of his weight on this arm, I have his other arm, he can't even tap out. He's just stuck. And most of my weight was on my toes because I like him. But in reality, it'd be here and I'd be up, and all of my weight would be in my knees while I'm pulling up and sinking while I'm pulling up and dislocate his shoulder while I damage his neck. So you can see it there. And that's really it. It's this movement Have you seen modification of the opening movement? Sink, sink. So, you try it. In reality, yeah, I never grab your hand. It just feels like it, huh? Because my momentum and weight makes it feel like I'm grabbing it, and I'm not my weight on it. So you want to do the same thing. Yeah. So good, but move forward. You got to do it at the same time. That's a hard part. It looks easy till like, ah, man, I'm an athlete. I can do this. But now, like, fuck, what is he doing? So, good, good. Now I'm gonna slow it down. You slow it down and concentrate on structure and positions. Nope, nope. Both hands move the same. Yeah, because what you'll find if you do this and this is down, if you don't have that connection, this is weak. I can still grab you. If you're connected, I can't grab past it. You notice when you do it with me, you feel my weight on you. You can't grab past it. Much better. Much better. All right, so try it again. We'll slow down and try it without. Yes, just like that. So you want to keep that. So, but you want to do it at the same time. All right? And remember, if you raise that rear foot when you make contact, you're going to find yourself bounced. So, much better. You feel your weight on my arm? I could feel a little bit more, so that was much better. I won't be able to get you now. I could certainly grab you and we could wrestle, but this happens this fast in reality. So that's not going to be an option. I'm going to be thinking, what's going on? And then I'm hitting on the ground. Good. Now, do it both together. Hit my chin and push my head back. Yeah, don't try to go after it straight, just like 45. You're coming in. I'll show you one more time. See how it comes up like that? That's how you want to do it. You can't see my hand until it's already, and that's the idea. It's just like the form. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Perfect. Except, make contact with my face, and when you step, don't try to step so far. You got to find your position. The only way you can do that is just keep practice. So we'll just keep practice.
Is there a way? Should I keep my eyes on my
solar plexus, because you can see everything I'm doing kind of to my knees to over here. You can, if you look here, I can really see your whole body. Yeah. So we kind of we don't stare a hole through it, but we look at your solar plexus so we can see the entire body. Some people say look at your eyes. An experienced fighter will be deceptive about their eyes. They'll look there and it hits you, or they'll squint or do something to make you think they're doing something. They're not. You just look at it and then you notice everything around. You see what I mean? Perfect. Perfect. I'll stop that. Go ahead and extend. You're not going to hurt me because we're going slow. So, yeah. And now you want to do it where you want your hip to bump my hip. And that's how you're going to get that effortless throw. If you do it and you find yourself like you, where it's just your legs going to leg, you can make that hip happen, that throw happen by doing a set, but you don't want to have to do it. If you did, that means you messed up with positioning and stepping or something, or he stepped back because of this, or something happened weird. So you can make the throw happen, but you want the throw to be effortless. You do that by hip to hip. So when that happens, my skeleton's in perfect position against your skeleton, you just turn and throw you without using any muscle. Any muscle I do use is to accelerate your head faster instead of wasting it trying to wrestle you and throw you to the ground. That wastes energy and time. So with this, you do what you do. I'm going to just grab your face. And grabbing the face is just like, I'm not going to hurt you, but position the same thing. So, good. Yeah. So you don't want to try to do it.
That's that sing.
Yes, you want to step into it. So I'll show you one more time, real slow. I'm going to show it. So here, boom, step. And you see, I got a longer step, so I exaggerated it, but you felt my hip actually behind your hip that time. To show you can do it, even though I'm taller and we're farther away. And you have to find your own range. So that's what this is about too. You're finding your timing and range, because this is all new. So, yeah. All right, now remember, same time. You don't want to do this, then this. It's same time. You find it stronger and faster without trying to be fast or strong. There you go. Sinking, drop. And then when you sink and drop, a step, you drop even more, step, you drop even more. So it's just, that's how the throw happens. You've been sinking the whole time, right? Even when I make that connection with your chin, I'm sunk, so it feels like somebody's hitting you with a post underneath, even though it's covered with flesh. Because you're like, I can't move. Now do it with the idea that you want to rock me back, so you want this to hit with the same thing you want to shiver my forearm with when I'm trying to, yeah. So I want my head to do that. Good. Yeah, and I felt I want more of this now. Yeah, I want more pressure on that arm. But that was good. One more. Good. Real nice. Yeah. So a little bit more and relax. I can feel the tension in this arm. You're trying to do it. Just let your body move the arm in the way. I want your arm just to think about doing that. Right? Not hitting. Hitting me is just a side effect. So I want your body to do the movement. So almost. Your elbow is down, like there's no pressure. You're getting this down. I can feel you getting that. I'm coming through here on the movement, which is good. Now I want the same thing with both. You're almost 90% there. So good. Now, when you do that, you'll find yourself in the proper hip position because I can feel you holding back. Luckily we were doing it at first. So let's do it here. I'm stepping on ribs, so avoid that. Now, watch. We're going to practice this. Because this is good. Keeping this in there. So, don't worry about this too much. I just want your shoulder to be about right here. So just worry about getting in, but I want to feel this. And I'm going to show you what I want to feel. Grab my face. Feel the, there's nothing, you can't grab me because your hand's out here and it's got my weight on it. That's what I want to feel. So, good. But shoot it up like this instead of like this. Yeah, if you do this, it's kind of a backhand. Doesn't have a whole lot of juice. If you do it like this, it's supported by my body weight and my center, and I can't collapse it. Good. That was much better. You feel the difference? The difference, yeah, that was really good. The difference is, it feels like you're barely touching me, right? But it's harder on me. Yeah, all right. I'll tell you this. If you feel like you hit me hard, you probably did it wrong. Because that means you used your arm. If it feels like I barely touched him, but my arm's over here, you did it right. Okay? That's it. That's the internal movement. Yeah, I can feel the shaking. Yeah, that's because you just moved in with your whole body and you were connected. When you're disconnected, you feel that slap, and it's basically your arm just doing that. It's easy for me to just collapse my arm and grab it. When you put pressure and weight on me, I can't collapse my arm because you're stretching my body out, right? You're just learning, even though you don't know you're doing it with proper structure because of the form, you're learning to move my center through my extremity. That's what one of the things this art teaches. Yes, very, very good. Felt like nothing. I felt the shock in my bone. So that was just right, right? And you got your shoulder closer to me. Perfect. So one more time, and I felt your hip get closer too. Yes, that is it. You do that. That's the technique. So, all right, now I leaned back. Yeah, you did like 3 or 4 things at once, and you were all over the place. So there was like, what was that? There was nothing. So, yeah, much better. 45-degree angle, that's the primary where you get the most. You want to kind of do that, and you want to spiral out for that movement. That's where you're going to get it. And when you're doing that, when you're doing this, your whole body, my stomach is supporting it. It's all attached. Green dragon leads the pond. Well, green dragon exits the lake. That's another one. And you're all that power, and you're just shooting up, undulating, spiraling out of the water, freeing yourself into the sky. So, boom, it's that idea. And you're rising out from that base, the base being your center and your feet. So it's, yeah. So you grab your face. Pretty good. Felt more pressure. Yeah. So I'm going to grab you. You step when you do it. Kind of. Your hand and foot should move at the same time. Your knee and elbow should move at the same time. Your hip, the hand comes up, the body comes down. That's when you've connected here and to the ground. So when that comes up, you're not trying to hit them with your arm. Your arm hits them as your body moves forward. You're doing that lifting palm movement. And notice this, that's how, if you try to grab me in the center line, it doesn't matter which arm. Do with that one. Doesn't matter. And you're all of a sudden, now, if you do it while I'm moving forward, you see, I had to deliberately avoid stomping the foot. We want to touch hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, but I want to do it while I'm entering. And I'm holding this back so you can see. That's just one arm. If you hit me with both, it's nah. The same thing. Did you just do it? Yeah. And you do that movement when you're stepping quickly. But next level basic, we're emphasizing positioning, timing, structure. So slowly. You can see I barely lifted my knee because I want you to concentrate on connecting. Yes, just like that. And you do it while you're moving into me while I'm trying to punch you in the face. That's it. So let's try it again. You grab your face and you do it. This time, move me back. So. Drum. You did grab my face. See the difference? Yeah. Hold the throw, you throw. I'm not grabbing your head at all. I'm laying my weight on the spine. So, better, but you let my structure take over yours. So you want it, all right? But you're getting it. You're like 95% better. Do it our way. There's no time. The next one, when you try to reverse it, you're already going down, right? So, good setup. Now just follow through. Yeah, yeah. You're getting it. You're like getting it. Yeah. Yeah. I just relaxed in the ball.
You're laying on your back.
Yeah.
I kept landing on my face.
Yes, because I turned. So when I would go, it would be spiral and spiraling down. That's the first spiraling up, right? Stepping up, spiraling down. And that's the thing. I would twist you. You're just learning, so I'm not trying to get super detailed, but I want to make sure you got the gross movements down. So you do this, push you through a turn, and do that. You threw me down. I also relaxed, so I wouldn't stiff when you grab me. That makes you easier to throw. You naturally stiffen up. Almost everybody does. I don't. When I feel, I just relax, go with it, so I don't get in all those weird positions a lot of people do. So I cheated. But it's just whoop and go with it. And I want to land on the most area of my body as possible, so I don't break an arm, hit my head, relax, and take the whole force on my body. So on my whole body rather than just a part of my body. The same, I'm gonna grab you from it. Almost. Go ahead and throw me so you can feel it. Throw and turn and do that. So when spiraling going out, spiraling sinking going down, just like the phone. Good. Yep, perfect. See the difference? Yeah, it was like you were doing nothing, right? That's exactly the feeling you're going for. And you could feel me, that time I started to turn a little bit. That's because the body was rotating. And even though I was relaxed, my hips had to roll with you because you were stuck, you were connected to me. So even though now I landed on my side, I didn't land on my face, but you still did it right or I wouldn't turn at all. So there's all these little details that help when you do what I'm feeling. Much better. Felt myself accelerating. How'd it feel?
I like that. I gotta focus on that. Once my hips turn, I can pretty much play every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you're throwing me with your hips. The hands are just cool. They're not the ones.
Naturally grabbing me.
Yeah, that's because you feel it. But in reality, you would do it like that. Yeah. It'd be this, and then I'm hooking, grabbing. But it's okay to grab as long as you're dropping weight when you do it, not simply pulling on it with your arm. If you're doing that, then you're doing it wrong. You're not going to grab your arm. Yeah, see the difference? Right. Yeah, real simple. It's so simple, you're like, this shit can't work.